Starting another video in the car. What's up, everybody? Today's video is gonna be a craft DIY. Right now we're heading to the dollar store. We're gonna get some materials. Super easy. You guys can absolutely do this at home. 90% of the stuff that I'm gonna buy is from the dollar store. Let's go there right now. Oh my god, guys. Holy shit. My heart is pounding. Look at the size of that spider on my window. Where did he come from? I hate spiders. Ew, look how big he is. And he's hairy. Oh my god. I can't do this shit. I'm gonna vomit. I don't know how to get him off the window, man. This is incredibly distracting. He's like looking at me like,
bro, just open the door. I just want to talk.
Get off my window. You don't belong here. And by here, I mean earth. Get rid of all spiders. And I know I just triggered a bunch of you. You're like, well, technically to get rid of spiders, you might have to get rid of frogs. I'm like, okay. Relax. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys a piece of art that I've had on my walls for a pretty long time. And I get a lot of comments on this piece of art. One thing I won't be doing is going in depth as to the meaning behind it because it is sensitive. Look, you woke up this morning and you're feeling like sorry. I was gonna say something else, but it just came out. I wanna tell you guys something before we start this video. You watching right now are so unique and cool, and you don't give yourself enough credit for it. I know I'm gonna sound like an inspirational tweet right now, but I've been really thinking about this lately. There's like billions of people on this earth, right? One of the biggest things is that we all feel the same, or at least that we're not special or unique in any way. We undermine so many things that we're good at as just average, as if everyone's good at it. Just because you might not be good at singing or dancing or drawing doesn't mean you're not good at anything. You might have abilities that don't come in the form of traditional talents like that. To be able to carry a conversation, that's a talent. To keep things organized, talent. Oh, I got this like nice glow on me right now. Quick dance, say a good line. Okay. I've recently learned that dogs that have stripper names are mad cute. But like humans with stripper names are like, not so cute.
Hey, Stacy.
Come here, diamonds.
Anyways, that's enough of the light. Okay, we're back. Like there's these things that are less like presentable at a talent show. It's all the other things that you wouldn't necessarily do in front of a crowd that we don't seem to appreciate. And I think the way I learned that is a lot of the DMs I get from you guys are like, hey Dan, like you make me laugh, or you made my day better, which like this is a special, unique thing that I have that is helping people out there. Okay, we're going to the dollar store. I gotta deal with this spider situation because I don't know where this motherfucker went, so I'm gonna get out on the passenger side. Okay, we're back at my house. Let me show you guys what I got at the dollar store. First off, for whatever piece you're doing, this one we're doing the broken gun art. We had to go and get a toy gun. I am still in absolute shock that this is the exact same one that I did before. Very odd and weird morning, but the exact same one. Next, we got a drop cloth. We will be doing spray painting, so you guys will want one of these. You're gonna need some sandpaper. This is actually gonna help prep the plastic gun before we paint it. You're gonna need to sand it first. We got some white spray paint for the base coat, some neon green spray paint, and once that's dried, we're then gonna spray some matte finish on it so that when we touch it, the paint doesn't come off. Let's go ahead and do it.
Okay, first things first is go ahead and open up the sandpaper. Now this pack actually comes with like 6 or 7 different sheets, so we're gonna use 80 grit because it was like in the middle. Rip off a little corner because we don't need the whole sheet. Now you just want to scratch up the surface. We're trying to make the exterior a little bit rougher so the spray paint has something to actually stick to. Don't do it too much or you might lose detail. Just like this. Alright, now it's time for our base coat. We're using white spray paint. Now this is just to help show the green color a lot more because we're painting it on a dark surface. This will really help make the color pop. Once you do the first coat, you're just gonna leave it to dry for about 5 minutes. Once it's dry to the touch, you're gonna go ahead and flip it over and then do the other side. It's important you do each side one after the other, otherwise one side will get too thick versus the other. So you notice in this shot, I kind of turn my wrist on the top and bottom just to get every side of it. Again, you're just gonna let that dry. Once it's dry to the touch, we're gonna flip it over and then do it all again. Once you have a decent dry coat of white paint all over it, we're ready for the next step. The green spray paint. Today we're using neon green. It's gonna be the exact same effect. We're gonna paint one side, wait 5 minutes till it's dry, flip it over, and then do the other side as well. Now in these steps, it's so important that you're actually letting it dry between coats. Otherwise, you're just gonna add layer and layer of just wet spray paint and it'll actually never dry. Now on the last coat, you can actually get a little bit closer and get the details because there's a top and bottom that we may have missed. Get in close. Now it's time for some matte finish. This is so important. If you don't do this, the paint will start to rub off in your hands. If people come over and they start touching it, it's gonna start to smudge the paint. This basically creates a protective shell.
Man, And it's the next day. Once you actually let this dry for 24 hours, you're ready to start cutting. At this point, you have to pick a side. Now, I'm gonna pick this side because on here, it says made in China right here, which kind of ruins the aesthetic a bit. We're gonna use this side, the same way it is on my wall, actually. Turned out great. It's got the finish on it, so the paint's not chipping or smudging or coming off of my hands. It's now fully green. The thing we're about to do now is we're actually gonna cut it. You're gonna find a spot on the gun where you wanna cut it. You could do the barrel here, you could do right here, you could do the back, whatever. You don't even have to cut it if you don't want to. So we are gonna just mimic that exact gun. We're gonna cut it down right here, right after this line right here. You know, I was editing this footage and the camera isn't picking up as green as this actually is coming across. This is very neon green and the camera is just kind of showing like So we're gonna head over to my studio now. Unfortunately, I don't have a saw here, but it's at my studio, so we're gonna have to go there. Please be careful this step because the saw can obviously cut your finger off, so just be very careful. Okay, so we found the saw that we're gonna use. It's got these little sharp baby teeth. I don't know if this is for plastic, but I got this at the dollar store right here. But we're not gonna go all the way through and I'll show you. Okay, so we made it about 3/4 of the way through the gun. You can see the black plastic is coming up, but that's okay. But now you're gonna start to slowly bend it. Just like that. You want it to be hanging on just a little bit so it can bounce and move. We're gonna put tape on the back and just stick it on the wall like that. And just like that, that's how you make it. A lot of questions I often got about this piece was they thought it was real, if it was metal. As you can see today, it's plastic. I will say the biggest thing about art is whatever you interpret it as. Obviously, the coloring has a meaning, what you want to represent and what you want to do. You don't have to do what I did. You can use a different object. You can cut it completely. You can melt it. You can smash it with a hammer. There's so many things you can do to express a message. If you enjoyed these like DIY art videos, let me know or give this video a thumbs up and I'll make more. All right, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys later.